Dear friends, welcome to another exciting edition of Data Science Tutorials. Today's topic is Jupyter Notebook and how to use it. Before we go to the topic, I have a small request. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel. We put a lot of hard work and effort in creating these videos. If you subscribe to a channel, it will motivate us significantly. Also, our every notebook is put up in the GitHub repository. The download link is given in the description. Now, moving on to the topic. For Jupyter Notebook, before I go further, let me go to the Anaconda Navigator. So, in Anaconda Navigator, you see you have several things, right? You also have Jupyter Lab here. So, once you launch the Anaconda Navigator, you get Jupyter Lab, you launch that, and then you end up here. Now, here, if you want to open up a new file, you go to uh, Python, and then you get to the Jupyter Notebook that I'm using. Now, uh, you have a couple of interesting things here. You have help button and widgets and kernel and cell and insert, view, edit, file. So in this panel, let me start with widgets. Widgets are interesting. It provides various buttons. So widgets, as you see here, these are GUI elements that allow users to interact and manipulate data. That is mostly used for data visualization within the notebook environment. And it includes buttons, sliders, checkbox, and so on. Now, if you go to the how to see it, how to visualize it. So I have written a small code. Don't worry about the code. Just look at what we are getting here. We are getting a scatter plot with all the points being connected, and in two different colors, two different set of plots. And you have a x range, which goes from x goes from 0 to 1, y goes from 0 to 1, 0.2 is each unit. Now I can change the from the slider the x range. Now you see what is happening. It goes 09, 08, 07, 06. So this has changed, right? The x range has changed. Go from 0 to 0.6. Y is the same. Now I change the y, and it goes from 0 to 0.65, and you see the plot now looks different. So I am able to change the range using the sliders, so it's very good in data visualization, and therefore um, these widgets are interesting. Now, same program, I use a button, I use a widget button to be able to bring about the change. Here also I have the same thing as the previous one. So the range goes from 0 to 1 for the x axis and 0 to 1 for the y axis, with each unit being 0.2. Now this change scale button, widget button, if I hit it, you can see that it changed. It went from 0.2 to 0.8 and 0.3 to 0.7. So that scale changed. So that's why widgets are very interesting. Next, I go to kernel. Kernel, in the context of Jupyter Notebooks, is a computational engine that executes the code in the notebook document. It provides an environment in which that code can run, right? So for each notebook, is a specific kernel, and then in the drop down for the kernel, one interesting thing that you may have to do is use this to button, restart and run all. So if you do that, restart and run all, then you'll see that everything went off and then it came back. It ran the programs again, right? Sometimes you may have to do it. Then comes the cells, the run cells and the run all the above. So what is first, have to clear the output, all output. Let's clear up. Okay, let's clear up all output. So now you have no output for any of the programs, right? No output. So then I go to cell and run all, and let's see what happens. I have this program, I have an output, I have this program, I have an output, right? So that's also very helpful. Now, um, insert cell above, insert cell below. Okay, very interesting. I go here. If I want to insert something, see, if I want to insert a cell above, something will pop up, right? Now if I want to say hi to my students and then say good luck and then say happy learning, and I want to have three different font sizes, so what I do is I put these things, and then I go mark down, and you see three different sizes, font sizes you can already see. If you run it, then what? Hi, good luck, happy learning. Okay. Now, now if I want to delete it, this whole block, how do I do? I go to scissors, delete it. Okay. Now, if I go to view has some interesting things: toggle header, toggle toolbar, toggle line numbers. So I was sick last week, so like I couldn't make the videos. So I'm still a little bit carryover of that cough and cold. Okay, so now if I want to show you how to use this feature, that is view toggle line numbers. Toggle line numbers, essentially, if you just toggle it, the line numbers are gone. But line numbers are very useful sometimes when particularly you have errors. It's very useful. And there, if you say toggle line numbers, they're back. Okay. Now edit, you have copy cells, paste cells, delete cells, all the kind of things you have. Move cells up and down, move cell up, and it goes up, and then you say move cell down, and it comes down, and we're back to where we are, right? And then a file, for file there are some interesting things. uh, for example, if you save as, and you can give the name of the file and hit save, and it will save it. And then if you want to do download as, particularly this .ipynb, that's there in my GitHub, right? All these .ipynb files as a notebook files. Then, or as a .py, which is the Python files, or even HTML files, you can save it as. Okay, so that's all I have for today on this topic. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and happy learning.